What Nigerians normally say and refer to is they say enemies of progress. And I definitely agree and hone in on that. Frenemies are enemies of progress because they're there around you to make sure that you never actually succeed. They want to make sure that either you are at the same level with them down in the gutter or that they're above you and always looking down on you. What's up, everyone? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of WiseAïchaTalks. Today we're going to be discussing a particular topic that has come up a lot in my life, in my circles, and just like I think it's important. Good tips for everybody to know how to navigate life when you have frenemies. Let me sip my tea. And I'm definitely sipping something, Stella. Shout out to Stella Wakamba. Okay. She always questioning if I'm drinking something. I am. So, what is a frenemy? What does it mean? And in general, like how can you tell if somebody's a frenemy so you can get them out of your life? Because I suggest that you should. Let's just get into it. What is a frenemy? From my common understanding, a frenemy is someone that is in your life and has intimate knowledge about you, and they have also some secret like rivalry and jealousy towards you. So they kind of like, they're close by, you trust them, but you don't realize that they actually don't want well for you. They don't want things to go well for you. And so that's the scary and most insidious part of a frenemy. I really didn't believe in frenemies. I think you can either be a friend or an enemy, but being a frenemy is not possible in my opinion. How can you be there and support me through the tough times that I need a friend for if you're rooting for me to fail? That's not a real friend. So I don't really believe in the concept of a frenemy, but I could also see how like sometimes we allow certain people in our lives and we can't tell. Like we don't really see the signs that these people really don't wish well for us. And I do think that there's some frenemies that don't even realize they're frenemies. They're just acting up, they're insecure, so they just express that onto you and then you don't even realize, but they don't want well for you. Sometimes they don't even realize they don't want well for you. It's just because they're insecure. So, what is a frenemy based on the dictionary definition? It is a person with whom one is friendly despite a fundamental dislike or rivalry. And this word fundamental is key. That means that it's in the bones and spirit of this person. They do not want you to be okay. They're looking at you as competition. You know, they don't like you really, but they like you just enough to be around you to see what you're up to so that they can compare it to themselves. And this person is kind of toxic to keep around in my opinion. I don't like to keep frenemies around, but there have been cases in my life where I've had frenemies and haven't realized it until like it was kind of a little too late. But you know, I always got my back, so I got an escape plan. But you know, that's a whole nother story. So this is what I'm gonna say. I think the concept of a frenemy is something really interesting, especially in our contemporary societies today. I think we really need to be mindful of the kind of people we keep around us because we're very sensitive as human beings to other people's energies. And a frenemy would most likely be somebody who has negative energy towards you. Now, this person could be a friend to you. I'm not going to say like, oh, they haven't come through for you in certain situations. But for the most part, frenemies show their true colors. They can't hide for too long. They can't hide the fact that they dislike you or that they see you as competition. It comes out. And it usually, there's a couple of signs that I have noticed that tell me, okay, this is a frenemy. The first thing is, this frenemy is always ready to like push you into negative stuff, to make you think about negative stuff. They might talk crap about other friends in your circle or other people and try to get you to talk about them negatively as well. A person who's obsessed with toxic negativity is somebody who has tendencies, I think, that's similar to a frenemy. Another thing, a frenemy would be somebody who would actually be excited and happy that you're talking badly about yourself. So they would actually go in on you as well or make little jokes on the side, pretending that they care, but they really don't. You know, saying little comments like, oh yeah, you did gain weight. Oh, your stomach looks like this. I think that's a frenemy in my opinion. And another thing, A frenemy is somebody who's ready to shoot down your dreams whenever you come up with cool ideas or you're excited about something that you want to try, and they're always like pointing out all the holes in the story, like, oh, you can't do this because that, or you wouldn't be able to last and do that. And these are frenemies. Like, I think these are the key things, like people who don't support you, people who are always ready to talk badly about others with you, and then people who just like shoot down your ideas. And the concept is, when they're talking badly about other people, realize that they could also be doing that about you with others. So it's not even like, oh, like if somebody has a tendency to always talk crap about friends, especially friends that are in your group, then they're probably talking about you to other people in the group as well. And so that's a tell-all sign for me that you're a frenemy. And I do think there's some frenemies who don't even know that they're frenemies. Like they're just living their life and they're living in insecurities. And so whatever insecurities that I would like show them or make them aware of, they decide to go on and act out a certain kind of way. So I think sometimes frenemies don't know how to control their attitude. Sometimes they're not intentionally doing it. There are some frenemies that are intentionally going about like trying to bring you down, and they get knowledge about you, they get close to you, they know your weakest points, your vulnerable stories, your trauma, and they use that against you so that you can hate your life and hate yourself. And I would like to say that I'm always trying to lead with light with my topics, but frenemies, in my opinion, should be eradicated. If somebody does not want well for you, please get them out of your life. As soon as they show you the first sign that they're already ready to talk about negative stuff with you in terms of your life and how it's progressing, please stay away from them, take a period and take a break. I don't mean that you should like cut off the friendship. Maybe y'all can have a discussion about it, but there are some people who really can't change, who won't change. That's what I think about frenemies. What do you think about frenemies? Do you have some frenemies? I know damn well I have some frenemies, but they're gone now. Cancel. You know, no shade, but you know, I don't like to talk about my friends or anything or anybody that's in my group. And sometimes frenemies can exist in family as well. It's not just people who aren't related to you. There are a lot of people who just, you know, have insecurities, and you progressing in life makes them aware of those insecurities, hyper aware. And so they feel like they got to come at you so that you can also feel as bad as they do. It's not a good setup, but you know, I wish everybody the best, and I wish that the frenemies find the healing that they also need to progress. Thank you for tuning into Wise Aisha Talks. Have a wonderful day.